When he promises, he breaks the promise. And when he speaks, he lies. And when he is trusted, he betrayed the trust. In another narration, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam continues, even if he prayed and fasted and claimed that he's a Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, أربع إذا كن فيك فلا عليك ما فاتك من الدنيا. 4 qualities. If you have it, don't worry about whatever you lose in this dunya. صدق الحديث وحفظ الأمانة وحسن الخلق وعفة المطعم. It is the good of manners and the truthfulness when you speak, and the trustworthiness when you're trusted, and the halal income. If you got those 4 things in you, don't worry about whatever you lose. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, أَدِّ الْأَمَانَةَ إِلَى الَّذِي ائْتَمَنَكَ وَلَا تَخُنِ الَّذِي خَانَكَ. Be trustworthy for those, or for that person who trusted you. And do not betray those who betray you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أن تؤدوا الأمانات إلى أهلها وإذا حكمتم بين الناس أن تحكموا بالعدل. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تخونوا الله والرسول وتخونوا أماناتكم. So in those series of hadith and Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger is building the essence of Iman, which is Al-Amana. Al-Amana and Al-Iman, both of them are coming from the same root, which is Amn, security. And if you lose your Amana, you lose your Iman. And a believer should, by default, be trustworthy. This is why sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, لا إيمان لمن لا أمانة له ولا دين لمن لا عهد له. A person who doesn't have the Amana, who's never trusted with anything, is not faithful. No matter how much he fasts and prays. And the one who doesn't keep his promise, he doesn't have a deen. This is how serious the Amana gets. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's famous nickname in Medina was As-Sadiq al-Amin. This is why they couldn't hold a lie on him. As they were fighting him and taking him as an enemy, they were keeping the dollars and the gold and the silver and the horses as an amana with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is how trusted he was. If he was your enemy, you wouldn't find anyone in the community but him to put your money and keep your family and your wife and children with. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When Yusuf alayhi salam was to be elected, he told the king, اجعلني على خزائن الأرض إني حفيظ أمين. قال إنك اليوم لدينا مكين أمين. When Musa alayhi salam was to be married to the daughter of Shu'aib, his daughter knew that quality that should exist in a husband. قالت يا أبت استأجرها إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. Brother, if you lose the quality of amana, there is no value of you as a believer. As a believer, you are valueless. And this is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam expanded the meaning of amana. Amana is not just that I keep $50 with you, or I keep whatever form of amana with you, please keep it and I will get back to you. That's just the materialistic form of amana. Yet, everything that you have to preserve is called an amana. Above the materialistic parts, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps an amana with you. This amana, the one that the mountains and the heavens and the earth rejected and they refused to carry, but the mankind and the insan chose to carry it and take the responsibility of it. إِنَّا عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان. This amana is the preservance of everything that Allah keeps and gives to you. Your eyes are amana. Your ears are amana, your tongue is amana, your hands are amana, your legs are amana, your children is amana, your wife is amana, your family is amana. وَكَفَى بِالْمَرْءِ إِثْمًا أَنْ يُضَيَّعَ مَنْ يَعُولُ كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. You are full of amana from the head to the toe that you have to keep and preserve. And this is why it's too heavy. And the mountains refuse to carry. The mountains don't want to be questioned about every rock that they carry on them. The heavens, they don't want to be questioned about every cloud and every orbit that passes by it. The earth doesn't want to be questioned with everything that walks on it. But you, mankind, will be questioned on every single form of amana that Allah puts in your hand. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, as he became a role model, starting from himself, before teaching and lecturing others, he became a form of amana walking on earth. Abu Hurairah narrates a story, and Abu Hurairah was a man who sleeps at the masjid, in Ahl al-Sufa. So he says, one day Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sitting at the masjid, and a Bedouin came along. أتى أعرابي اقترض رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تمرا من أعرابي فأتاه بعد حين. It seems like the man came before the time, or Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't have the dates that he borrowed to give it back to this Bedouin. So that man came and said, Ya Muhammad, أحرج عليك تمري إلا قضيتني. I've lent you dates long time ago. Give it back to me. The time has already passed. You speaking this way with Rasulullah in front of the Sahaba sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sahaba looked at him and he says, وَيْحَكْ أَتَدْرِي مَنْ تُكَلِّمْ? Do you know whom you're speaking to? قال ما علي أعطني حقي فإني أطلبها. I don't care who I'm speaking to. I want my dates. He took dates from me and I want it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam looked at the Sahaba. Look at those who are standing right by his shoulder and they're ready to attack. They're ready to take this man down and execute him and kick him out of the masjid. Well, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam looked at the Sahaba and he says, هَلَّا مَعَ صَاحِبِ الْحَقِّ كُنْتُمْ? Shall you not stand with the man of the right? Shall you not stand with the one who wants his amana back? Why are you standing with me? Is it just because I'm Rasulullah? Because I'm the leader? Because I'm the Imam? You stand with the man of the amana. And Rasulullah didn't have the dates with him. So he went to Khawla bint Qais. Khawla bint Qais had a farm. So he came to her and he told her, Ya Khawla, هلا أقرضتينا شيئا من تمرك فإذا كان تمرنا قضيناك. Rasulullah is taking another loan to pay this one loan. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Can you lend me some of your dates so I can pay this man, and whenever I get my dates I will pay you back? How is that? Khawla radiyallahu anha, she said, Ya Rasulullah, all my dates are yours. She gave him the dates, and the man, Rasulullah gave the man his dates, and the man was pleased. He says, Awfayt, awfallahu lak. Now you fulfilled the amana, ya Muhammad. Barakallahu lak. And he left. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam looked at him as he's leaving, and he said, Ulaika khiyarun nas. Those are the best of people. إنه لا قدست أمة لا يأخذ فيها الضعيف حقه غير متعتع. A ummah shall not be blessed or praised where the weak man cannot take his right, his amana, with not being hesitant or without hesitance. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. An example that gives everyone a lesson. Give back the amana. Don't take something unlawfully that doesn't belong to you. من اقتطع حق مسلم بغير حق أوجب الله له النار. Whoever takes the right of a Muslim unlawfully, Allah will admit him to hellfire. Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, وإن كان شيئا يسيرا? What if it was just little things? $5, $10, $20. It's not a big deal. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Wallahi, وَإِن كَانَ قَضِيبًا مِنْ أَرَاكَ. Even if it was just a miswak, you can find that anywhere on the trees. It doesn't even have a price. If you take that from a brother without his consent and you didn't return it back, wallahi, you will return it on the day of judgment. A man called Ibn al-Lutaybah, and I will conclude with that. A man called Ibn al-Lutaybah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sends him to Banu Salim. Banu Salim is a tribe to collect a zakah. The man goes to the tribe, he collects his zakah, and he comes back to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He puts all the gold and the silver and the money in front of him, and he starts dividing. He says, أَمَّا هَذَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ فَمَالُكُمْ. This is for the zakah. وَأَمَّا هَذَا فَهَدِيَّتِي. This is mine. It was gifted to me. The man is not lying. But it seems like those who give him the zakah, you know, when you're working with someone in the government, or your doctor, or your lawyer, or your accountant, and you want him to do the best of his job, and probably feel good about you. So next time, inshallah, if he didn't pay the zakah, you can waive it on him. So you give him $100. Strike him in the back. This is for you, ya akhi. This is not for the zakah. You put it in his pocket. That's what we call it hadiyah. Rasulullah calls it rashwa. Rashwa. لعن الله الراشي والمرتشي. And this is taking money unlawfully. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam got mad and he said, أفلا جلست في بيت أبيك وأمك حتى تأتيك هديتك. Let me see, if you sat at your mom and papa's house, at your parents' house, will you receive this gift? Or was it gifted for you because of the position we gave you? And then Rasulullah stood up on the minbar and he says, أيها الناس فإني أستعملكم مما ولاني الله عليه فيأتيني الرجل فيقول هذا مالكم وهذا هديتي أفلا جلس ببيت أبيه وأمه فتأتيه هديته والله لا يأخذ أحد منكم شيئا بغير حقه إلا لقي الله به يوم القيامة. Wallahi, one of you will not take anything unlawfully except that he will meet Allah with it on the day of judgment. To the point that he raised his hand and he said, ألا هل بلغت ثم رفع يديه حتى رؤي إبطيه, until the Sahaba saw his armpit. ألا هل بلغت? Have I not delivered? No one is responding. ألا هل بلغت? Sahaba is not like you. It's just like you. No one is responding. ألا هل بلغت? Brothers, respond to Rasulullah. Is it yes or no? Yes. Allahumma fashhad. Oh Allah, be my witness. I have delivered and told you. If you have a single penny that was taken unlawfully, return it. Your salary is $60,000. There is $60,001 extra in your bank account. Return that $1 before you meet Allah, and there are no dollars with Allah. There's only good deeds and bad deeds. Wallah. لَتَرُدُّنَّ الْمِخْيَطَ وَالْمَخِيطِ. Wallah, by Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Wallah, you will return the thread and the needless. That's the thread, brothers. If you take such a thing of dunya unlawfully, Rasulullah says, Wallah, you will return it. Barakallahu li wa lakum. صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.